Ahead of their FP1 outings, Mick Schumacher, Callum Ilott and Robert Shwartzman headed to Fiorano for 2 days of preparation with Ferrari. I'm Thomas Marr. Be sure to like and subscribe for the very latest Formula 1 news. Ferrari Academy drivers Mick Schumacher, Callum Ilott and Robert Shwartzman are all confirmed as taking part in FP1 sessions, with Ferrari customer teams between now and the end of the year. Schumacher and Ilott get their chance next time out at the Nurburgring, with Mick Schumacher driving Antonio Giovinazzi's Alfa Romeo C39 in FP1 at the Eifel Grand Prix. At the same time, his Formula 2 title rival Callum Ilott, he'll be driving Romain Grosjean's Haas VF20. Robert Shwartzman has had a strong first year in Formula 2 and will get this chance at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, although it's not yet confirmed with which team he'll be driving. Ferrari brought all three drivers to Fiorano for 2 days of preparation. On Tuesday, it was all meetings, engineering chat and general prep work, but on Wednesday, all three were given the keys to the 2018 Ferrari SF71H. Current testing rules mean this is the most recent car available without mileage restrictions. Cars of 2 years old and older can be used for what are effectively private track days, to allow young drivers the chance to get familiar with contemporary machinery. There's not a huge amount of difference between the 2018 and 2020 cars due to stable regulations, making the SF71H ideal for the drivers to spend the day trashing it around Fiorano. Shwartzman, who has won 3 races in F2 this year, went first as he went out at 9 AM for an installation run before starting to put in faster runs. Ferrari say he got off to a cautious start before turning up the pace as he got used to it, having never driven an F1 car before. Schwartzman used the number 35 for his run, the same number that fellow Russian SMP racing driver Sergei Sirotkin used in 2018.
It was amazing. I was enjoying every lap. It was actually really cool. The first laps especially was very impressive. The speed of this car was just out of the league. I never drove something quick like that. And yeah, after like quite quick time, I got used to it, and I was, pushing quite hard. And I was really happy. That was really cool. Well, sensation was was amazing, as I said. I'm very honored to do my first ever test in F1 car with Ferrari. It's a big privilege, and I was waiting for this day for a long time, and I'm very happy that it finally came here, and I managed to have a go with the F1 car. And this car is amazing. It's from 2018 car. This car was fighting throughout the whole championship for the win. So for sure, this car is really fast and really good. And yeah, as I said, I was enjoying every single moment of it.
Callum Ilott went next, taking over the car just before lunchtime. Ilott drove the Alfa Romeo C38 during last year's in-season test in Barcelona and got down to work quickly on this occasion. Ferrari say he put in a good number of laps and ran at a consistent pace that was perfect preparation for the Nurburgring next week. He ran the number 53, last seen in use by Alexander Rossi with Manor in 2015.
Really, really nice day. Great weather. And a great time. So it was nice to complete, I think, about 40 laps in the SF71H. What a great car. I mean, it's amazing the power that these Formula 1 cars have, and also the downforce that you have. Yeah, really, really special, and something I'll remember for a very long time. Obviously, as a car itself, it's obviously better in every way. I mean, it's got more downforce, more grip, the brakes are better, and there's quite a bit more power. So overall, it's quite a big step from Formula 2. Same principles, it's 4 wheels and some wings and a brake pedal and a throttle pedal, but it's really, really quite a big step compared to what I'm used to. So it was really, really nice to be able to feel that and to get used to it a bit more, especially for the upcoming FP1. But yeah, really, really enjoyable.
Shortly after 3 PM, Mick Schumacher jumped in the car. Despite being the F2 championship leader, he's won fewer races this year than Ilott and Shwartzman. It's far from his first time driving an F1 car too, as he tested with Ferrari and Alfa Romeo last year in Bahrain, as well as getting 2 promo drives of his dad's Ferrari F2004 at Hockenheim last year and Mugello this year. He used the number 47, which is a reserve number in F1, last used by Lando Norris in an FP1 appearance with McLaren. No lap times have been released by Ferrari for any of the drivers.
What are the differences between the F2004 and the hybrid era of today, so the 2018 car? Well, first of all, it is the hybrid car, which is the difference, the main difference. And on the other hand, it's also the weight. So it is very much two different approaches to it. We have in one car also, the top speed, which is so incredible nowadays, which you wouldn't achieve with a 2004 car. But in general, I think also the whole mechanism in the car, the whole display, the steering wheel, how you can act and what you can do on track is very much different to all the 2004 possibilities you had. So definitely, it is both have their charm and both have their tricks and tips that you get from the nowadays drivers and back then the drivers. So both are very interesting to drive and both are very fun. Yeah, how useful it is for myself for Nurburgring, I think it is very useful, and I have to say very much thank you for Ferrari and to FDA for this opportunity. It will just give me the opportunity to kind of get another step closer to how the car behaves. Now I have a very clear view of how I have to drive the car, and I already now have a step closer to how it will be in Nurburgring. So obviously it does give me more confidence to arrive to Nurburgring and know what I have to do. Well, obviously I'm looking very much forward to the FP1 in Nurburgring in front of the home crowd for the first time in an FP1. I think it's something very special, and to do it with Alfa is something also very nice. We have very few people, or we have a few people in Alfa which have worked with my dad before, so also that kind of gives me the opportunity to get to know them closer and understand their way of working, as I have already done in Bahrain 1 year ago.
Head of the Driver Academy's technical department is Marco Matassa. He praised all three drivers after the day's running, saying they're all well prepared for their practice drives. I'm very pleased with how today went. I'd like to thank the Scuderia Ferrari race team for its support, because in the middle of such a busy season, it's no small matter to change the car configuration to suit the individual needs of all three drivers, while helping them get to grips with something as complex as a hybrid-powered Formula 1 car. On the technical front, I'm happy with the way Mick, Callum and Robert quickly got used to the SF71H. For two of them, this wasn't their first time in an F1 car, but even so, it's not easy to switch from the driving style demanded from Formula 2 to one best suited to Formula 1. The car has much more power, a significantly more sophisticated braking system and power steering that requires sensitivity and precision to use properly. However, they were all quick and immediately began running at a good pace. I believe the laps they did today will be very useful when Mick and Callum run on Friday at the Nurburgring. On a purely emotional level, it was wonderful to see the lads in their red race suit in front of their Ferrari, posing for the group photo, especially with Robert, who was having his very first drive in an F1 car, which is an unforgettable moment for any driver. That's it from me for the moment. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter @ThomasMarr on F1.